as much of a simp as I am for Walt Disney World. This is the prettiest Disney park entrance I have ever seen. I am absolutely in love. Oh my god. This looks just like Magic Kingdom. How am I in France right now? Got the Emporium, City Hall. Alright. We gotta get this reveal live through the freaking madness that is this crowd. Oh my god. Oh my god, it looks so good. It's pretty much just as tall as the one in the Magic Kingdom. Oh my gosh, I love it. This is crazy. They even have Casey's Corner in the exact same location. And it never gets old. Whether you're in Florida, France, Japan, China, California. Just the best. Here is the entrance to Tomorrowland. Oh, check that. Discoveryland. My bad. I don't know why I start all these videos like that, but apparently that's my thing. So first up here, Disneyland Paris. It's a ride called Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain. Now, you heard the words Space Mountain, and we are in the Tomorrowland / Discoveryland section, and it kind of looks like a Space Mountain, because it is. However, do not compare it to the other Space Mountains, because this ride has a completely different layout. Because it has a launch and 3 inversions. So I'm expecting this to be more like a rock and roller coaster. Way more than that than the OG Space Mountain, which I kind of like, because instantly if it was a regular Space Mountain, I would not like it as much as Magic Kingdom, because that's just who I am. I have the nostalgia to deal with it. Anyway, this opened in 1995. If it doesn't look like a Star Wars ride, that's because it wasn't always a Star Wars ride. It was actually themed to Jules Verne and like George Orwell kind of combination, and like basically flying off into the moon, I think. And it was that theme until 2017, and then of course the Star Wars craze, especially with the new sequels, they flipped it into a Star Wars overlay. It's really, I think, the only Star Wars roller coaster in the world, so I'm intrigued about that. I like Star Wars. I know Megan likes Star Wars. She actually likes it more than me, I think. She got me into it anyway.
I definitely like it more than you, and this ride has a lot to live up to, so here's hoping.
It's 105 feet tall. It speeds of 44 miles per hour. Like I said, 3 inversions. They like the inversions here at Disneyland, unlike Disney World. So I'm excited. I'm not going to compare it to the OG Space Mountain, because it's not, even though it's called Space Mountain, it has a similar building. So, Hyperspace Mountain, let's go! Yeah, it's like you got the Star Wars overlay, but then you leave this Columbiad Baltimore Gun Club. What does that have to do with Star Wars? If you were sick of Megan, guess what?
Too bad.
You gotta get.
Because I gotta talk about this one.
We gotta get her for the Star Wars roller coaster. So,
y'all,
did we finally get a good Disneyland Paris roller coaster? Thoughts? Ooh.
Here's the thing. I'm having a tough time judging the coaster because the retheming that they did to Star Wars was so subpar.
Yeah. Okay.
It was given like the Avengers ride all over again. It was awful.
The roller coaster itself, unlike Avengers, is very good.
Yeah. Great
launch, smooth, thank God, especially for an almost 30-year-old ride. Love that. But yeah, so they had the Star Wars overlay, and I'm thinking what they did to Galaxy's Edge and Smuggler's Run, even Star Tours.
Yeah, like I was expecting like a Star Tours kind of level thing.
Fantastic theming. But this was just like, I said, it's like if Six Flags, another Six Flags comparison, if Six Flags tried to do a Star Wars theme.
It was like a couple screens and then some like
So
lasers.
yeah, they kept a lot of the Jules Verne like theming still.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I understand keeping the exterior the way that it is, so it blends.
Yeah, you're not gonna redo that.
Sure, but the inside is literally the same, like Jules Verne style, like queue, except it just has like Star Wars posters.
Yeah, they still had like Baltimore Bullet Club. I guess that's some reference. Obviously, nothing to do with Star Wars. There, and I guess they have pictures of like the different like fighters and stuff. That's really all you get theming in the queue.
It's like 14-year-olds better.
You know, they play the
yeah.
They play the John Williams score when you're going up the lift, and then inside it's just like some pew pews and some lights, an X-wing, and that's it. Like.
That's really it.
We were saying we would have preferred them just sticking to the Jules Verne theme.
Yeah, like if you're not going to re-theme it, especially when Star Wars is so big right now.
Yes.
If you're not going to like really go all in for re-theming, just don't re-theme it. Just don't do it.
And it's been there, I think, 6 years now. Just go back to the old one. Just go back to the old one. It's not going to be a hard removal process because there's not much in there.
There's nothing in
but the roller coaster itself, very good, very smooth. The inversions are fun, good sense of speed. Roller coaster in the dark, always great.
Always fun.
So, thankfully, it is definitely more like the original Rock and Roller Coaster versus Space Mountain. So let's not compare it to Space Mountain. It's a very good ride. I'm going 6.72.
Okay.
If the theming was, you know, it would have been over a 7 if it was like legit Star Wars theming.
Yeah.
It really wasn't. What do you think, Megan?
I think that's fair. Like I said,
Around there?
I'm having a really tough time gauging it because I was so let down by the theming.
Honestly,
I was so let down.
Star Tours, which that opened what, late 80s? Or here when the park opened, I assumed? So much better.
4 days after I was born, this park opened.
Yeah, this park, well, we're just going to give you birthday now. You were born April 8th, 1992. This park opened April 12th, 1992. So you are 4 days older than Disneyland Paris. Pretty good.
And yet they let me down like that.
Yes.
What?
Maybe let's try to get it over a 7. I think there's a ride here. You probably know what I'm talking about. That's going to get hopefully a higher score. So that is Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain. Get rid of Star Wars. That sounds sacrilegious, but...
In our household, it is sacrilegious, but it needs to be said.
Correct.
Get rid of Star Wars, just make it Hyperspace Mountain.
And go from there.
Jules Verne everywhere.
Yeah.
It's fine, guys.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let's stay here at Disney Paris.